Did a video not too long ago about the Forex hedging guy. He's back and he set up a new trading style. And so I have FX replay up and going. We are going to go ahead and do just that. So let's get back to that session. So come back over here. We're going to go to the charts. I have changed a few different things. He did let me know in the account settings that you can actually change spread and commissions. So it's like a 1 to 2 pip spread. Um, so I did a 1 pip spread, and I think that's a $3 commission. Hopefully, we'll see. And then, yeah, let's get started. So let's go. Interestingly enough, he is starting beginning of this year as well, and I am doing the same thing. And so we'll get to see how this actually goes. Current trade, 200 trades per month. I think I'm on like trade like 7 or something like that. I don't know. But here we are. This is where we stopped. Um, he did let me know. He did let us all know, whoever's watching this video, that he's doing it a little bit differently. He's doing it where if the day had already started out above the 80 or below the 20, then then he waits for price to come back out, basically reset out of that and then come back in. Whereas I've just been jumping in if it's already shown that it's been above, and maybe at 8:45 it rolls up and it's still up there, or maybe it even has started to trigger. I'll even take it then. And that has done pretty well for us so far. I don't know how that's going to play out over the long haul. That's part of this whole testing criteria thing that we're doing here. So we'll just see. So just had to close the door for a little bit of privacy, but let's get started. So we're going to go ahead and just go to the next day. That should immediately open us up at 8:45. We are nowhere in the next candle, so we'll just let this play through. We are on the 5 minute. So while this continues to cycle through, I'm going to go ahead and take a sip of soda. Oop, I need to pause. Stop. So should have taken that one right there on this candle, which would have taken, we would have been out, the 13, but still not within. So we're still good. We're still good to go. See, gotta be quick. Great thing about 5 minute candles is you've 5 minutes in between each candle, right? So let's go ahead and set up this trade. We are going to place an order. I'm going to place a sell, market, one lot at this entry price, take profit at 10 pips, save. And then we'll come up here. We are looking at that right there to 50 pips, somewhere up there. All right, so that should be about 50. Right there, that 32352. Okay, so place order, buy, stop, position one, entry there, save. All right, now we're set up. Let's see what happens. One thing I haven't had done yet is I haven't gotten hedged, so I don't even know how that's actually supposed to work out yet. In by the concept, you're supposed to wait until the position gets to where you can close off at least 75% of the other position. And then I think you're just back to hedging again, or back to taking trades. One thing that he actually did, which was interesting, was actually very similar to this. So like at this point in time, he'd be done for the day. And so what he would do is he'd remove this take profit, go to bed. So for some reason you have this overnight, you would remove this take profit and then just let it do what it does. And then when you wake up in the morning, depending on where it's at, you'd put your 10 pips take profit back on. Or, if it's way beyond it, then you would go ahead and close it. Um, or if you were hedged, then you would just sit there and wait. So I mean I like that, and I didn't actually have that thought process in my head given the two different sessions. And I think the last time I actually sat here and watched it trail off into the late evening time, um, or maybe I might have even went like, okay, yeah, let's just go to the next day without even thinking about the fact that it's possible price could come down, um, price can go up here, hit your actually either one. It could come down and hit your take profit, but then immediately come and trigger your buy stop, and all of a sudden you're not protected. It could trigger your buy stop and then plummet, and it's like you just lost all that and you were unprotected. And so it's like, okay, that's good to know. Good to know. So yeah, I mean, it's only noontime, so I would still be watching this. So we're just going to keep it going. Uh, Maybe I'll set up something, you know, like, somewhere around bedtime, maybe around, I don't know, I usually go to bed around 10, 11. So it looks like we might actually get triggered. There we go. Now we've actually been triggered. I want to edit this position. How do I edit it? Not close. Protect. I want to take off the take profit. Save. Okay. So now what do we do? Well, now we're waiting for, going to go to the next day because there's nothing going to happen now. But now we're basically just waiting for price to get to a point. We have roughly $368 of drawdown right here. And so we just need one of these positions to move far enough away, which is like, this is where my questioning comes in, is like, how long could this actually take? Okay. So something like this. We are down $365 here. That is only half of that. So it's not 75% yet. If we pulled up a calculator, just for 735 times 0.75, okay, that's fine. Times 0.75, we'd have to get somewhere near $551. But as this goes down, this one's going to go down. And that's where I'm like, how do you get, but it'll work. I haven't fully fleshed this out yet. So we're going to continue going. We're going to let this go, see if it'll drop off anymore. Mm-hmm. Might skip some channels. There we go. Come on. Nope, we're coming back up. So let's go to the next day open. All right, we're still hovering around the same area. Next day open. Nothing. Next day open. All right, so we're still at, what is this? Wait, pause. Pause. So we have 1,098 times 0.75, $823. I mean, we're getting close. We're at 727. So let's see what else price can do. We're still in the session. Let's go to next day open. Nope. We didn't get very far there. Next day open. Now we're back up here. And this is where it's like we're just going side by side now. Still at 50%. A little bit above 50%. Next day open. Next day open. Next day open. Next day open. And this is where it's like this would just kill me. Um, Next day open. Next day open. And again. And again. So we're just going to do this over and over and over again. I'm curious to see if he gets hedged into a position like this and what that looks like for him. Because he's doing roughly the same thing where he's coming into FX replay and running through the trades. And then like this is just like look at this. Can we just take this back for like let's look at the 4 hour time frame. Like it's just gone sideways here for days. Yeah. So it's like there we go. So let's go back down to the 5 minutes. And we're just going to keep this going. Next day open. Nothing. Next day open. Nothing. Next day open. Next day open. Oh, are we getting somewhere? All right. So that's still, so what is that? I mean, 783 times 0.75. We'd still need 104, 50, 60, $70. But okay. So let's see where this goes. If it pops back up there, maybe. Yeah, I'm curious to see what the 75 because I think okay. So like we are if we figure what we're $710 minus 342. So $368 is our gap right here. So if for some reason this one came up here and was $2,000 in the money, that would be what 2,000 minus 368, 1632, and $2,000 times 75 is 1,500. So we would be above that with no, we wouldn't. No, we'd still be. Yeah, yeah. Wait, am I doing that right? Let me. This is like this is sometimes you have to actually see it because to think about it in your head. So $2,000 up top, we would be out of the money 2,368. $2,368 times 0.75 is 177.6. So that would be above $2,000, or that would be above 0.75. We'd be able to go ahead and close out then. And okay, see, so that's what is the minimum? I think it has to be like a 1 to 2, right? Or 1 to 3 to actually be above where we're at. So we'd have to have something very close to where is the position tool? Here's the long position tool. almost. That's 50 pips. 1,500. And then clone. Is there a reverse on here? Oh, I guess FX Replay has not gotten up to date with TradingView because TradingView now has reverse position. $500, 1,500. So it looks like that's roughly, if my math is ish enough, this is roughly where price has to get to in order for us to be able to trim off positions. The 75. So let's see how it goes. Next day open. We're still not there. That's 700. That's less than half. That's still 800, 426. That's still half. Still looking at half. Looking better. We're at 859. 859 times 0.75. 644. Yep. Nope. So we're not there yet. This is where you're just sitting, doing nothing, which I understand, and you got to think of all these different trades that probably would have worked out. Remember, 80% win rate. When you look at the statistics that he mentioned in regards there, which I had a couple questions in regards to that because it sounds like it's just a flat out 80% over the amount of trades, but the ones that actually triggered that stop loss would have been hedged. But I don't think that took into consideration the amount of times that you're not taking the trades that would have won because you're waiting to get out of that hedge. So that is the only caveat, which I think might be, which once again, I'm only questioning it because I don't know it. It's just what I see, and the data's there. Cool, he has the data, but I don't know if he's interrogated it like I'm trying to interrogate it. If he's doing this actively and it's working, then as far as I know, I can't. Who am I to say anything? Like, this is the beauty of trading. You can make anything work. So I'm just trying to see if I can make this work. And so far, even on backtesting, it's killing me. I really should have took sight of when my last trade was. I'm pretty sure there's somewhere down in here we could can we see when open positions. It doesn't tell me right here where it was, but I got some closed positions. So the last closed position that I had was January 22nd. We're in February. I'm not sure if we've taken anything in the month of February, like, the entire month not doing anything. I would drive myself crazy. So we're going to collapse this for a little while. Why? Because we don't need it. We're just going to focus on this chart right here. This is the only one we need. Let's keep going. Next day open. Nothing. Next day open. Nothing. Zoom out a little more. Next day open. Yeah, I'm really curious to see how this backtesting plays out. He started a session and going through that. Okay. All right. Well, I think we already figured out 979, 979. Times 0.75, 732. We're at 611. Yeah, so not there yet. Go to next day open. And next day open. Next day open. Next day open. It's a $400 difference. Mm-hmm. Day. We're getting close. I feel like I just did that math just a second ago, right? 734. That's getting close. They don't think it's gonna do it. There probably is some sort of formula you could figure out what the actual distance difference would be. We're in March. We're near the end of March, and next day open. Let's go to some 5-minute candles. Hmm. Next day open. Next day open. I don't, yeah, unless there's a huge news spike, I don't see that going anywhere. Yeah, might have to like put some stops in here or something, and maybe some like visual aids whenever, so that way you can put it on like 2-speed fast forward. Um, and that way, or maybe I can have chapter breaks. I can actually have some words that I would say that way when I go through the transcript, I can actually figure out where it's at. And that way I can actually be like, oh, here's a break, and then actually put that in there. That way you can skip through chapters and go, yeah, there was, you know, 2 months of nothingness while we continued going through. Here we are, 25 minutes in, and I I think I placed trade, one trade, and that's what got us hedged here. Was that one trade? Oh! Pause there. Oh, you went too fast. Was that was that the highest we've ever been in quite some time? Yeah, we got really close. All right. Well, that stinks. Let's see if it gets back up there. I mean, for $1,000, you need 750. $1,000 drawdown, 750 in profit. So we might have gotten up there with that. That might have been the one. And and it was during the New York session, wasn't it? Was it? It was. I don't know why it's not showing up. The sessions indicator's not showing up over here. But yeah, that 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 might have been it. I'm going to just put a little ray on there for a second. I want to style that. We're going to make that green dotted. Let's see if that's if we get back up there again, if that would have been it. Next day open. Next day open. We're back up. We're back up there. All right. Let's do this math. We're at 12.57 times 0.75, 942. Okay. So not up there yet. It's getting close. It's getting close. We're at 890. So yeah, it wouldn't have been it. Good to know. It might actually be this 1 to 3 up there. So let's see if we can slow this down just a little bit and see if price pops up there. All right, here we go. 14,480 times 0.75, 1086. Close. We're at 1081. 1081. We're $5 off. I'm going to hold to it. I'm going to let it pop up just a little bit more. But I'm going to slow it down. Slow it down. And then we're going to zoom in just a little bit. No, we're not. Yeah, we are. There we go. Was that it? Oh, I guess we're far enough away now. I can't tell. All right. What is this? Is this 1476 times 0.75? 1107. Okay. We did it. 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 Let's figure this out. Okay. So it's a 1 to 3. So once you get hedged, it takes a 1 to 3, a little bit above a 1 to 3 to get out of it. Will the markets move that way? Yes. Will it take a while? Yes. 100 position, 100% save. And we're going to close this position. 75% save. Now, I'm trying to think because if that's the case, $370 drawdown is sitting right there. From here, it's not perfectly clear on what you do with that. Do you just let it sit unprotected? And you're just looking for the next opportunity? So like right now, we would be waiting on price to pop up in there, take another position. If I win, do I immediately use those proceeds against the outside position? What does that look like? So, yeah. So this is where I have a lot of questions, and I'm not exactly sure on how to handle it. So I'm looking forward to, once again, the back testing that Chad's going to be doing, because this should hopefully open up my eyes to see some of this stuff. I already did learn, and that's some of this is moments that you're going to look at these things and go, yeah, I just don't get it. Then there's going to be moments where you do stuff and you're like, and then you realize later on, it's like, that's what I was doing wrong. And then there's other times that somebody else will give you some insight into things and you go, oh, I didn't think about doing it that way. And so, yeah, let's see what happens. Okay. This will be the last trade. If it wins, it wins. And I don't exactly know what to do with it. I would, yeah, see, I don't know. This is completely different mentality from the way I've been hedging. And I, yeah, I'm lost. So let's just move forward, see what happens. Okay. So it doesn't look like it's going to pop back up in there. I think at this point in time, he did say something about you put on the take profit back again. So it's like, okay, cool. But it's like, okay. I mean, I'm far enough away that I don't think that that's going to matter. And then there was another part that he talked about. You can extend the take profit for the amount of time that you've actually had the position open. Um, so it's like we've moved beyond. We didn't get a trade there. Next day open. See, this is where, because, oh, yeah, we can get rid of that too. Um, and this one. This is where, because the first position for that would have been right there outside. Then this already moved back 12 pips. See, that would have been a great win right there. So because it's already moved back, it's 10 pips. I'm not going to mess with it. But I have done just that. And it's like, okay, if we got in right now, where's the next 10 pips? Next 10 pips would be right there. So it's like, that would be it. Let's see what happens. Right now, we're waiting to see if it pops back down. Or if we would have been into this trade, would we have, been able to get out? And there's the out. So are we getting something? All right. Oh my gosh, will you stop? Jeez Louise. All right. 80. That would have been that one right there. So this one right here, we actually should have gotten in right there. Should have been in right there. So 10 pips from there would put us at 69.71. So we're going to go ahead and place an order. We're going to place a sell, market, position size 1. Do we go with another same position size, or do we go 0.75 since we have a 0.25 already alive down there? I don't know. Take profit. This take profit's going to be more than 10 pips. It's actually going to be about 18 pips because we want to see if we would have made it in the particular place that we would have done it. And then what is 1750, 7580? Wow. No, right? No. 7580. Thank you. Whew. You got to be careful with what, those, whenever you type out, stop. Whenever you type out stuff, why is it not complete? Oh, because the position size. Because one small boo-boo and you could be in a world of trouble. So then we're going to let this play forward. All right. So that finally went through. We'll close this one up there. We're out of our trading window. We're going to go to the next day open, pause it. Look at that. All right. So that next day opened up directly where we want to be. So 7.5. So 8.1. So place order, buy stop 1 and 1.38185. And then place order, sell, market 1, take profit 10, save. Excuse me. All right. And, here we are. We have this one all the way down there that is now 540 something dollars out of the money. We just closed off something. I didn't keep track of what it actually was. $131 plus 74, 74, 74. We got a lot of 74s. Those were our beginning ones that we won with. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 trades. 74. That's 490, 500, 600, 600 something bucks. So we could cash that out and be flat. But let's see what happens here. Actually, let's pause this. We'll keep track and see what happens next time.